The greatest rivalry in sports continues in the postseason as we find ourselves in Fenway Park for the American League Wild Card Series, one of two American League Wild Card Series in what will be our 25th matchup, the 25th game against the Boston Red Sox in postseason history. Funnily enough, all of it has come since 1999, which is funny because both teams have been around for well over 100 years. But yeah, the Yankees ended up finishing third in the division. Unfortunately, that meant that we had to play a wild card game and we have to go to Boston. So all three games will be in this episode. Whether we advance or not is kind of up to the entire offense and the pitching staff, given that, let's be real, Aaron Judge will not be playing another baseball game this season unless we go to the ALDS. Now, Jarren Duran has had a phenomenal season. He's the American League batting champ, one of 12 in Boston Red Sox history. Max Fried is projected to be somewhere around like the top 3 in Cy Young, so you never know. He may have a award on his hands, but we will see that at the end of the postseason. Assuming this postseason ends in October, November, like we want it to. Cody Bellinger will lead off as we face Garrett Crochet, who should be signing an extension this offseason, but we'll see how things play out. The contract failed, or at least the contract attempt failed back in August, unlike in real life where he signed his deal because it just made sense for him to do it. As Bellinger will ground out and will be thrown out at first. Here's the starting lineup for the Yankees. I'm not going to lie, I've messed up the lineup the way I wanted it to. Bellinger, Stanton, Grisham. Grisham shouldn't be batting third. Dominguez, Chisholm after a career-high year. LeMahieu, Wells, Goldschmidt playing first today because we're facing a lefty, and Anthony Volpe will bat as the number 9/second leadoff guy. Giancarlo Stanton, if he didn't have the hot September that he did, we don't make the postseason. And he hits this high and deep to left field. Does he have another postseason home run in his hands? He does not. Much to a lot of people's chagrin, that Mr. Giancarlo Stanton is actually one of the best postseason hitters of all time, despite the crap that we give him for being injured all the time. When it matters most, he comes through, as noted last postseason, as he won the ALCS MVP. Jason Dominguez, honestly, with these numbers right here, he should be the rookie of the year. 22 homers, 63 RBIs, and he hits this one deep to left center field. We didn't play him last postseason, and I was mad about it. Alex Verdugo had no business in left field. Dominguez, even as a young player, he should have been out there. He was the better offensive threat than Verdugo, even though Verdugo had like a nice first month or two of the season. After that, he basically was kind of useless in the lineup. He was kind of Mendoza line worthy. But Jason Dominguez has been our left fielder this season. Honestly, I love what he's done this year. He's also had a damn good glove this year. I believe he may be in the running for a gold glove, which is shocking given how much crap he was given in spring training for his terrible defense. Jazz Chisholm, great on defense, but man, his hot start of the season, he's basically tanked, though the power has gone up. He hit a career-high 33 homers, the second consecutive year in which he has had a high power output or set a career high. As Max Fried has basically willed this Yankee pitching rotation into the postseason. Honestly, him and Rodon, though Rodon, his win-loss record is not going to show that, but his ERA, both of these men, under 3 for this season. So we should be in pretty good shape if our offense can just get us some runs, as we've kind of been doing, even despite Judge's absence. And Tristan Casas, as the leadoff man, hits a frozen rope foul, nearly takes the ball boy's head off. I mean, listen, you might have to go to school in the morning. As Casas ends up hitting this one to left center field, and Bellinger will make the catch. I tend to forget how deep the center field region is in Boston. It actually has been deeper than that, than what we see now. Tristan Casas leads off. Abreu, Bregman playing second. Devers still playing third. Wong, Duran, Ref Snyder is in left. Trevor Story and Cedane Rafaela is in center. I will admit, the Red Sox have a damn good defense, especially in the outfield I believe Abreu can play in the outfield. Pop up in between the catcher and the pitcher, and Fried calls off Wells and makes the catch. In case you didn't know, Max Fried is a multi-time Gold Glove winner as a pitcher, so anything we get from him is going to be phenomenal. Alex Bregman, a little bit of an achieving year. 19 home runs is not his usual 30, but you know what? He hit decently well and he drove in runs. I think this Boston Red Sox team is more of a, again, defense with some speed, and if they get power, it's going to be from, well, shit, anybody, really. Anybody that are the big bats, your Bregmans. Your Story hasn't hit all that well as Goldschmidt rips this one into center field, and he will get himself a base hit. He hasn't hit very often. Hell, he hasn't hit all that well this season in a very disappointing 1 year of a Yankee campaign. Maybe they bring him back. Remains to be seen, as we've got a postseason to deal with. Volpe, he's kind of struggled, and he continues to do so as he strikes out in the circle change down in the zone. As Max Fried comes back to this 1-2 on Devers, and he gets some swinging and missing on the sweeper for the first out of the second inning. Connor Wong tries his hand, and he will slap this one in the right field. And Grisham is going to have to chase this one a long way into the corner. By the time he gets it, almost rounding second and going to third, Volpe the throw to home instead. Okay, I'm not mad at that. You know, overthrow it to third for no reason. And that is a triple. As the American League batting champion here, batting .316, comes to the dish, can drive in a run, ground ball to Chisholm. The defense was honestly playing a little deeper than I would have liked. Unfortunately, we do give up a run, but we do get that second out. Lead 2-1. Rob Refsnyder, who I honestly mistook for Yoshida while actually playing, and he's going to make sure that I remember his name. He hits this into the right field corner, and we'll end up with a double. Ooh, almost over slides. As he ends up with a double. Next batter, Trevor Story. It has been a disaster the last 3-4 years he's been in a Red Sox uniform. Under 200 batting, hasn't played a ton of games, ground ball to Volpe, and unfortunately we get another fruitless plate appearance for Trevor. It's a damn shame because he can still field his ass off, or at least the game says he can. Fly ball left field, Bellinger bounces one down, and he's going to go to second upon said bounce. The throw not going to be on line or in time. That is a leadoff double for the Yankees as they look to try to get some more offense. Stanton takes a sweeper. Okay. I don't blame him, though. I'd really prefer he hits it the other way. Ooh, high fastball, which is high to people like me who are 5'7" and not 6'7". And ooh, swing and a miss on the high heater. Man, I'm a little surprised he bothered to swing at that, but Stanton is kind of known for doing that from time to time. Granted, he's had a very good year, so I really can't knock him too much. As Trent Grisham, who the lineup card was screwed up by Aaron Boone, and he just put it in anyway. Fly ball left field, no tag from Bellinger, and the throw was offline. Man, I really wish Bellinger had tagged, though, in such a ballpark like Fenway where left field is short. You don't want to hedge your bets on that. Dominguez already got a long ball, and unfortunately he's going to strike out on the sweeper on the inside to end the third inning. Rafaela comes up to lead off the third. He's going to slap this one in the left field. Dominguez is going to have to go to the outer time scoreboard and throw it from there. Oh, he hits the cutoff, man. I thought he was going straight to second. He's got the arm to do it, so I'm a little shocked that he didn't just do it. As Casas comes to the dish, Rafael on second. Definitely has the speed to go home if the ball were hit into the gaps. That won't be an issue as he is officially stolen third base. And, oh, man, I really wish Austin Wills would work on his arm, man. Jeez. Like, guys are going to run on you your whole career if you just don't. I don't know. Maybe we could put it on the pitching staff. Maybe it's him. It's a combination of both. Though, you know, Max Fried didn't really pitch out of the stretch all that often. He's a good pickoff move, but, oh boy. Nonetheless, Abreu in the on-deck circle. 3-2 strikeout. Big strikeout by Max Fried. I wouldn't have minded him being walked, just given that double play was a possibility, but the run still would have scored from third. It's really Abreu shows he's had a damn good season. Liner over LeMahieu's headed into the left field corner. Rafaela will score. Dominguez throws it in the second, this time all the way to second. And it won't matter as the ball game is tied at 2 apiece here in the third inning. Still plenty of baseball to go. Alex Bregman, 1-2 count, and he's going to send this sinker deep to center, but it is going to be a long fly out. The runner from second doesn't tag. I would have tagged. I'm sorry. I don't care how slow you are. Unless you're Giancarlo Stanton or Albert Pujols, then you don't tag. But come on, most guys with speed would still take off and run. Though Bellinger is known to be a damn good center fielder, especially with his arm. Fly ball to Bellinger again. He makes the play yet again. And jump ahead to the fourth inning. Carl Wong already got a hit, and this curveball is going to get smashed to left center field. It'll bounce off the Fenway emblem at the top of the wall. And throw back in the second. It was on time, just not in the money, as there is yet another double to lead off an inning for the Boston Red Sox. Durant smacks this one to left center field in the gap. Dominguez is able to make the catch, and runner going to tag. Hit the cutoff in the third, not going to matter. Tag up. Refsnyder really can hit a sac fly, and they'll take the lead. Curveball hit to shortstop. Runner will score. Red Sox up 3-2. They do get the out at first. And now Trevor Story comes to the dish. Story does have good numbers against him. 3 of 8, 2 long balls. I'm pretty sure most of those numbers were when Fried was in Atlanta, and quite possibly while Story was in Colorado, which was a long time ago. It feels like ages ago that he was like that premier player, but injuries, and just not batting that well, just really have kind of had us thinking that he's just another dude getting paid a lot. He doesn't have a no-trade clause. Just don't know if the Red Sox would actually trade him at this point. The pitcher comparison, both guys pretty similar numbers as Goldschmidt will strike out on Crochet's cutter. Bellinger comes to the dish, and Patrick Sandoval is going to come out of the bullpen. A guy that missed a good portion of last season and a good portion of this season has now been relegated to the bullpen at this present time. He does have another year left on his contract. Will he be the starter next year? We will see. Trent Grisham, oh my God, terrible swing. Yes, you should be mad at yourself for that. Dominguez gets another holding run. This one deep to left field again, but it's going to find a glove. And Stanton will retreat where he should have never even stepped off of first base. Chisholm, grounder underneath the legs of Stanton as he hop, skips, and jumps it. And is safe at second. 2 runners on for the number 6 batter, DJ LeMahieu. Not too terrible numbers. He doesn't hit lefties that well. I mean, hell, he doesn't hit anybody that well at this point, according to game. And he's going to hit this fastball deep into the gap of right field. Is it going to get down? It's not. Oh, man, that would have been a 2-run double at the worst, at the best, really. Oh, that was a big-time opportunity to score. Ground ball to Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt is going to not get there in time? What? Yo, what's going on? Kicks off his wrist. By the time he's able to cover it, Fried stops running. Really, MLB The Show? Did y'all really program this crap in? You noticed what this is shades of. That World Series game. You know, last year. I thought that Goldie got there in time, but I don't know. New York replay says otherwise. Nonetheless, we got to get the job done. 0-2. Pop up right behind Volpe's normal standing position, and he will catch it in shallow left center field gap for the third out. 7th inning. Liam Hendricks causing problems with the slider on the inside. I thought about pinch hitting Ben Rice. Cabrera. Cabrera's a better fielder than Goldie. We'll go with Ben Rice. Not the best of batting average numbers. The OPS is league average, and he is going to take, swing and miss on a 95-mile-an-hour fastball from the Aussie. I tend to forget he's from Australia, but hey, he's been a damn good reliever most of his career, 1-2, and he's going to hit this one high and deep to right field. It's going to be just to the right of Pesky's pole in foul territory. 2-2. Swing and a miss at the knuckle curve. Oh my goodness. I feel like we've had issues with breaking balls all night long. The sweeper, the knuckle curve. As Volpe hits this one into the right center field gap, it'll bounce down and roll all the way to the MLB ballpark sign. He will stand up with a double here with 2 away. Jump back to the top of the lineup, but Bellinger will be facing a new pitcher, that being Brennan Bernardino. And first pitch is a sinker. Oh boy, swings way over the top of that one. Bellinger does have a double. I would gladly take another double. The Red Sox warm up Chapman and Austin Adams in the pen. Takes another sinker, 2-2, and curveball hit the left field. A little bounce down. Volpe is going to advance around third. Bellinger will hold up the first. Ball game tied at 3. So we look to, let's be honest, take game number 1. Big G steps up to the dish. Get loose, because I know you got that power in you, brother. 2-0 count. Swing and a miss at a sinker. Dude, that's right down the middle. Just take that the other way. This sinker was a little higher. He attempts to take it the other way, just fouls it off. And this curveball hit to right field. Bellinger will only go 1 base. Do we have a rally on our hands? Trent Grisham does hit lefties better than righties. That is why he's in the lineup. He just shouldn't be number 3. Unless he does have a single. Another single might get us the lead. Slider right over the middle. Fouls it off. And a sinker on the inside. Don't look at the bat, bro. You're the one swinging it.
Number 22.
Oh, boy. Ben Rice is going to be playing first for the rest of this game unless I see otherwise. Oswaldo Cabrera can play first also. LeMay was already in the game, so there's really no point in moving him at all. Ref Snyder takes a slider and bounces it in the center field for a leadoff base hit on a 1-2 count. Story, as Ref Snyder stays where he is, LeMahieu to Chisholm, back to first, almost a little offline, but it was a double play nonetheless. 5-4-3. Rafaela flips this one into right center field gap, and it'll be an out. So we get through the 7th. More offense. We need something in the 8th. Dominguez hits it to left field. What else has he been doing today? Well, he flew out yet again, unfortunately, on a 2-seamer. A pitch that I feel is just really going out of favor nowadays. As Chisholm hits this one in the left field as well, this time near the line. Chisholm, bro, I don't know what it is. It's just because it's colder, bro. Like, I know you from the Bahamas and you used to warm weather, but April ain't that warm. Liner right at third. No, actually, it hit the ground. Ooh. Unfortunately, that'll be the end of the 8th inning. Mayhew a little disappointed in himself. Bro, just grab the glove and get back on defense. It happens. It happens. Tim Hill's going to come out of the pen with .97 with under 3 ERA. He's been one of our better relievers as he gets a strikeout on Tristan Casas, and Casas is pissed. But it doesn't look like the umpires, all right, they're going to let him play. I guess they're not going to eject him. Abreu, swing and miss on the slider on the outside corner as Tim Hill is working both sides of the plate. Bregman hits this sinker high and deep to right field. Grisham is going to have to run it down, and he's able to make the play. Holy smokes, that was a screamer. Hey, you made the play, and that's what matters. Austin Wells swinging a miss on the slider on the inside. Man, what a tough pitch to even bother swinging at. Most guys lay off of that. Rice swings and misses at a slider of his own. Now down 1-2. Austin Adams looking to get out of this and take it to the bottom of the 9th as Rice hits this deep, not even that deep really. It's going to reach the outfield grass and left, and Volpe might be the last chance to take the lead before the bottom of the 9th inning. So the Red Sox, following Volpe's strikeout, will have an opportunity to walk this one off. Devers, Wong, and the AL batting champ Durant. Why is he batting 6th? Wong and Durant should be flopped. I don't know. I don't make their lineups. Who cares? Devers behind 1-0. Ground ball to his own position. LeMahieu throw it a first, and will be the first out here in the 9th inning. So Yankees try to get it to the top of the 10th. Connor Wong double, a triple. This will be a single, so he is now a home run shy of the cycle. And if you didn't already know, there's only been one player ever in postseason history to ever get a cycle in any postseason game. It doesn't even matter. And he was a Red Sox strikeout on the high sinker from Tim Hill. And Durant is also arguing the call that the umpires are letting him rock. That's a strike, dude. Come on. That's a strike. And Aaron Boone is going to pull Hill in exchange for, it looks like, Ian Hamilton, a guy that, by my own admission, I left him in the minors. That was my fault. He shouldn't have been down there for so long. He's been a very good reliever. So expect him to be here in the postseason and on the roster next year unless we find somebody else. And he gets out of the inning after several pitches. So, going to extras. Bellinger, Stanton, and Grisham start off the top of the 10th. And if y'all don't already know the postseason rules, they are not the same as the regular season. There is no ghost runner, no Manfred rule. It is straight up baseball. You get your runs, how you get on base. As Aroldis Chapman, y'all already know, former Yankee. We've walked him off earlier in the year, so we got an opportunity to do the same. Ooh, Chapman is seeking some revenge, inside sinker, a pitch that honestly, I didn't realize that Chapman really did work on a lot of his repertoire, so that just his four-seam is like his most deadly pitch, as he throws a lot of different stuff. He throws a splitter, a sinker, a slider, and of course the four-seam. Stanton does have two singles, and this was the man who walked him off earlier, granted, or at least got the game-winning run, and that is a splitter. Oh my God. When you throw it that hard at 92, you can throw it harder. Like, it just looks just devastating. And nobody in their right mind is going to swing at that one, not even Stanton. Next pitch, oh, inside, four-seam, coming in at 98. Ooh, still devastating stuff at the age of 37. Grisham takes the sinker on the outside corner, does have a hit to his name, has made some good defensive plays. Slider, the pitch I never would have guessed he would throw. Like, he just really seemed like early in his career, he was just going to be a fastball guy. But guess you got to mix it up, and he mixes up the four-seamer in there. And swinging a miss on a slider that you had no shot at getting. And unfortunately, Grisham will be thrown out in the wild pitch third strike situation. I don't even know what you would call it. Red Sox get another opportunity to walk it off. We'll see if they can do so. Masataka Yoshida is going to come out the dugout. Not a bad average. I didn't realize he didn't play that much. And Yoshida's going to smoke this one in the right field. Grisham will chase it down off the sinker. That is the first out. Rafaela does have a double to his name, and we really can't allow him on base, as this one is going to get hit the left field. It's not going to get out of here. In fact, it bounces off the wall and beyond Dominguez's grasp. He actually ends up kicking and fumbling it, and then takes his sweet time getting it back of the infield. Dude, he is fast. Like, don't let him get a triple for no reason, especially not in left field at Fenway. As the sinker is a ball. As the Red Sox fans agree. I'm a little shocked because I think that was a strike. Hamilton ends up pumping a four-seamer right down the middle. Runner not going. Hamilton misses on the inside, pitching out of the stretch to prevent the runner. Back to Hamilton. He goes to third. Oh, come on. Seriously? LeMahieu. Dude, you got to know that. You got to be in that vicinity. You got to be close to the third. Come on. That is... Okay, it's not routine. It's not Little League. But, dude. Now we get no outs with one away. As Abreu hits this one deep to right center field. Rafaela is definitely going to tag up. Bellinger throws it back in the infield. And, of course, the inevitable sacrifice fly for the walk-off here in game number 1. A disappointing way to end the game, obviously, on our end. But we do have another one. And this is a place that we have won this season. Like, we're not unfamiliar with winning in this venue. As a matter of fact, we've beaten this team 4 times in the 7 games that we played this season in Boston. Now, granted, we don't have a very good playoff record against any of the AL opponents, except the Seattle Mariners. We've beaten them 3 times at home and won 2 out of the 3 games when we played at the Kingdome, or whatever the hell they call it now. I'm so old, I remember it being the Kingdome. So, but honestly, we need to worry about what is right in front of us. Lineup against righties is as follows: Chisholm, Dominguez, Stanton, Bellinger, Oswaldo Cabrera back in the lineup. Wells, Volpe, Ben Rice, and Grisham to the bottom of the lineup, as he doesn't hit righties as well, but he does field well, and I don't know if I really want to play Grant Richardson, the individual that has been slated to replace Aaron Judge, at least until he comes back. But we need to worry about the game in front of us as Dominguez swing and miss over the top on the splitter, and then smacks it right up the middle off the glove on the dive attempt by Trevor Story, but he's not going to be able to make the throw. So Dominguez will be our first base runner of the ball game. Stanton, oh my goodness, dude, what the hell was that? Yo, it's the postseason. You usually stay very much within yourself. You don't usually swing at crap like that. Unfortunately, Bellinger will ground out second to first. Means the Red Sox will be batting to the bottom of the inning. Luis Hill, who has been, honestly, probably our best pitcher, which is freaking crazy, as he came back in June only to tear up, baseball. He started with an under 1 ERA. It eventually creeped up because over the course of time, you got to pitch more innings. But he's been phenomenal, if not most of all season. Fortunately, he's going to give up a base hit to Alex Bregman to start off the first. Duran stares at a circle change, and this time in this game is not going to argue it. Probably for the best. Casas will smack a slider in the center field, and he will be out. As far as the other playoff teams in the American League, Boston, we are 5-8 against them this year. Baltimore 6-7, ground balled up the middle. Trevor Story with a base hit. We're 2-4 against the Kansas City Royals. 1-5 against the Texas Rangers. The only team we have a winning record against. As a hit and run situation, as come on, y'all got to be a little more fluid than that. Like, honestly, in my opinion, I feel on a steal attempt, the shortstop should be covering second base, not the second baseman. I almost never want them moving. As Luis Hill gets the strikeout and ends the second inning, that's something he's been doing, oh my goodness, a good portion of the year. I believe he finished third on the team in strikeouts, not too far from Max Fried, who's actually tearing up baseball within his right. Another strikeout by Grisham on a Tanner Houck cutter, which just kind of just touched the very edge of the corner. Swing and a miss, my goodness. Another breaking ball that we can't seem to do anything about as far as laying off of it. Fortunately, Chisholm has the speed to get there in time as the ball kind of just rattled around the feet of Connor Wong. But unfortunately, next batter strikeout, even though it was dropped, will end up being out. Rafael Devers strikes out, circle change. There's rumor we might be giving him a fourth pitch, but that might not matter as this four-seam pitch has hit the left field just inside the foul line. Red Sox lead 1-0. Alex Bregman with his first home run in a Red Sox uniform, much to a lot of people's chagrin, has tied Derek Jeter for 5th all-time with most postseason home runs in a lot less games, let's be real. 101 games for Bregman, 158 for Derek Jeter. Now, if he continues to play in the postseason, obviously Bregman is going to continue to ramp up that leaderboard. Giancarlo Stanton, also pretty high up on that leaderboard, hits this into left field, my bad, into the gap. And listen, if this were 2017 Stanton, that's a double. But this ain't him. He ain't that no more, unfortunately. Bellinger takes the sweeper, hits it deep to right field. It'll bounce down and over the wall. Damn it. Why? Damn you, Fenway, and your low-ass wall. Cabrera floats this one in the left field. How did he hit it the other way? Stanton not going to tag. He could have and should have had a run. I don't know what Cabrera was thinking. Maybe he thought that was going to be a pitch he'd be able to just foul off. Unfortunately, ends up out. And not a sac fly as Austin Wells will foul off a sinker. Swing and a miss at a sweeper. He struck out in game 1 off of sliders and can't seem to hit the sweeper, which is a pretty similar pitch. As, Anthony Volpe ends up chasing the same pitch. Dude, get it together. Let the pitches come to you. What the hell was that? Volpe! Come on, dude. You're making me... Bro, you pissed me off. Get it together. You know what? He's 23. I really can't be too mad at him. But it's the postseason. You've been granted the opportunity to be the Yankee shortstop. I understand the pressure that may come with that, given the previous legend that played that position. But we got to get it together. Both starters, both with the strikeout pitches, 14 combined, as Ben Rice nearly takes a sweeper and sends it into I-95. Instead, he's going to take the sinker, hit it deep to left field, and over the wall as he gives the Yankees the first run of the game. 359 feet, not the fastest exit velo, but we will take it because I don't care how fast it gets out, as long as it gets out. Big time hitting for Ben Rice as Trent Grisham strikes out again. Jeez. Cut fastball inside. You take a look at the pitch sequence. Sinker, splitter, and then the inside cutter as Dominguez takes a sweeper, hits it to left field. Does he have another postseason long ball? I mean, it's long, but it doesn't count as a home run. As Ben Rice gets his first postseason home run of his career. Hopefully he's got some more in him. It remains to be seen. Hell, hopefully the rest of the offense can do something. I don't mind manufacturing runs, but hey, you know how the Yankees usually do the long ball. As Luis Yu strikes out Rafaela with a circle change, 7th strikeout. We're only in the 5th inning. Ground ball right between Cabrera and Volpe for a base hit. Steve Hamilton gets on, and the pitch. Hamilton takes off for second. Same old, same old. You know how Wells is, man. I don't know. Maybe he's just not communicating with the pitchers. Because, I mean, when speedy dudes are on, like, they're running. As Chisholm gets the infield fly out. Alex Bregman looks to get another postseason homer. He gets it, surpasses Derek Jeter. Swing and a miss. That's not going to happen this time on the slider from Luis either. Stanton stepping up. Full count, offering. The sinker. Damn. Dude, you got to be on the fastball. You know it's coming. That's how 10 strikeout. Which, actually, now that I think about it, that is, according to StatHead, the second Boston starter to have a 10 strikeout game in the postseason. Who do you think is number one? I'll let y'all look that up. Nonetheless, Bellinger gets on with a base hit here in the 6th inning. Sandoval has since replaced Houck, so he won't be able to set the record. As Waldo Cabrera pops this one up in the shallow right field, that's going to be an easy catch for Bragg. Wells striking out, popping out, fouls off a four-seamer. He has hit lefties a little better than he has righties this season. I mean, granted, you're going to face more righties. Ground ball to Bregman. Bregman over to Story, covering second, and that'll be the out. I'm a little shocked he didn't go to first. Wells is not a speedster. As Duran, Casas, and Wong will bat up here in the 6th inning. The batting champ here, four-seam. I don't know why I thought he threw a sinker. The 81st pitch, up the middle. Oh, it hits off with Heel's calf, and he is writhing in pain as Duran claps it up because he got the base hit, not because he's a douchebag. As Heel is waving off. Yeah, I think he's waving off Aaron Boone, and I don't blame him. Been a bit of a workhorse this season. The steal, the throw. Oh my goodness, we didn't get him. I really shouldn't be shocked at this point. That's like the 5th batter that has stolen a base on Wells. Please work on your arm in the offseason. That's his 9th strikeout, though. Again, he's pitching a gem, throwback to second. Don't want him just stealing, third willy-nilly, so we gotta be sure to throw over. But don't throw at his elbow, and you know what? Yeah. Boom. This is the right. No. God. Good. Fuck. No, this is not the move. I get that Stroman's a veteran, bro. I get that he didn't pitch at all in the postseason last year. I get that he's got another year in his contract. But crap, did we not warm anybody else up? I don't know. Maybe Aaron Boone was playing favorites or something. Maybe Stroman threatened him. Who knows? Nonetheless, please just get out of this inning unscathed. 1-2. And Splitter is going to be hit in the right field. Grisham comes up throwing. It is going to be offline, and the Red Sox take the lead. Now, as far as I know with my baseball statistics, that's actually not going to count towards Marcus Stroman's ERAs. He gets a strikeout and a sinker on the low retriever story. Actually, he's been hitting pretty well this postseason. If 2 for 4 means that much. All right, good placement. Let's get out of this inning. Oh, God, slider hit the right field. Grisham having to really hustle this one down. He ends up making the catch. Oh, God.
For the Red Sox.
Okay.
Number 31.
Hendricks back out here. Again? Really? Why are you using him for the second night in a row? Volpe swinging a miss on the slider, and he really shows why. No. Do not throw a temper tantrum like a little baby. Ben Rice. Ooh, swinging on the high fastball. Strike number 1. I'll credit him with the Yankees' only offense thus far, or at least any offense that's crossed the runs, and never mind, make that 2 home runs this game. Hits this one, jeez Louise, straightaway center, 472 feet. Ben Rice, at 26 years and 222 days old, he becomes the 5th youngest Yankee with a 2 home run game. He's really fueled our offense. Now, can somebody else get some runs, please? Okay, we will take a walk. We will gladly take a walk. It's not a speedster, but Jack Chisholm has shown the propensity for hitting for power, but I just like him to just get a hit. Swing and miss on a knuckle curve. Another breaking ball sets yet another Yankee down. Dominguez steps out of the box following a strike. Looks to reset and regroup. He's 1 for 3 and a knuckle curve. Okay, he was almost on it. It's now 0-2, so he's got to protect. In the 7th, the fastball low in the dirt kicks off of Wong's protection, and that'll be a ball, and then nearly hits Dominguez. Now we have seen some issues this year where Chisholm will try to run, and Dominguez is in front of him. Unfortunately, it's not going to matter as Dominguez strikes out. We get through his 7th.
Leading off for
2-2,
the Red
man.
Sox.
It is what it is. It's been a close game for both games. Both starters pitched very well. Both teams have 2 players that have, essentially fueled the offense. What's it going to come down to here in the inning as Tim Hill comes back out for yet another night of relief work, and he pretty much gets the job done and even helps out some. After 9 pitches, we get through the bottom of the 7th inning. Good pitching, and we might see him for the 8th. A floater to right, nearly gets down. Bellinger plops one into the shift. Damn, it's looking like Austin Adams is about to get out of it quickly too. But Oswaldo Cabrera smashes this one to right field. It is going to land somewhere in that Concord area, 451 feet. His first postseason home run. The Yankees take a late 3-2 lead. Can we get out of this with a victory and come back for Game 3? Alex Bregman looking a little disappointed, but hey, bro, you know how this goes. Wells is going to step. Actually, no, Wells is step up the dish and probably struck out. Let's be honest. Casas will start off the 8th with a ground ball up the middle for a base hit. Now Tim Hill will be replaced. There is one away. Please, for the love of God, don't go back to Stroman. Okay, good. That's Jonathan Loaizaga. He's pitched pretty well. He is a free agent. We'll see how things play out. Ground ball to Chisholm. Kind of slow, plays it over to Volpe for 1. Back to first, and yeah, we weren't going to get 1. As Chisholm kind of let that come to him. I thought he would have charged that. Like, dude, you usually are like a hustle guy. For the most part, fouling off a sinker. Abreu takes a 4-seamer off the plate. Rising has to wipe some sweat off that brow. Come on. Get it together. 2-2. Another sinker hit foul the other way. Slider. Slurve, as a matter of fact, hit into left field. I actually don't even know what you want to call that. nonetheless, it hits off of Volpe's glove. I thought he was going to make the catch. I also thought Bellinger was going to attempt to make the play, but nobody really wants to collide with one another. And I really can't blame you for that. But it's got to be played a little better than that. Story stepping up, smacks it over first base and in the right field. Grisham going to throw it at the plate. Oh, it's not even going to reach anywhere near the plate. This run will score. Trevor Story comes through in a rare spot this year. As Rafaela pops this one up. As Rice will make the catch, and the ball game will be tied at 3 apiece as we go into the top of the 9th inning. And Aroldis Chapman is going to come out for even more work. He struck out everybody thus far this postseason. It's not a good look as Anthony Volpe steps up and is struck out basically every time he's been to the dish this postseason. His slider, probably a pitch to back him off, but given the lack of control from Chapman his entire 15-year career, who knows? It couldn't have been intentional. Fastball on the outside corner, swing and miss for strike 2. Volpe. Oh, he sits there and stares at a sinker. You got to protect, even if it's a lefty, man. Ben Rice looks to do what very few, actually, what only 2 other Yankees has ever done in their career in said pinstripes. Babe Ruth, Reggie Jackson, the only 2 Yankees to ever hit more than 2 home runs in a single postseason game. It's not going to happen this time. And those 3 instances, as Babe Ruth has done it twice, they were all in either a championship series or the World Series. Actually, they've all been in the World Series because there was no wild card before 1995. Now, Trent Grisham, do I want to get Richardson up there? Maybe. We'll warm up Mark Leiter, though. 0-2. Holy smokes. Yeah, you can easily lay off that one. And that one. 2 pitches way off the zone. Swing and a miss on a fastball as Chapman is able to get it together on the 3rd straight fastball to end the 9th inning. Well, at least the top of the 9th. Red Sox, another opportunity to walk us off. Let's see how things go.
Leading off for the
stepping
Red
up,
Sox,
does have a hit and a stolen base. I really don't want him to get on because he would definitely take another stolen base. As Jake Cousins is going to find himself right now. Righties are hitting, well, let's be honest, this is the postseason. You're going to have really, really extremely small sample sizes, so you can't really gauge anything off of that. Slider up the middle, Volpe. Dive about 7 feet too far. The ball is way too far away from you. First pitch to Devers, then it's going to be a pitch out, as a matter of fact. We want to keep that man on first. I want the double play. Slider in there, going to be fouled really right near home plate, 1-1. Hamilton stays, sinker high. Not exactly where you want to throw it. Devers can still hit that dude, but don't mess around with him. You need the ground ball. Cousins, slider, a little bit too much of the plate in the left, and Dominguez makes the catch. Oh man, he makes it in foul territory. Holy smokes, I was afraid that was going to bounce.
Second baseman, Alex Bregman.
Well, I'm a little nervous, but Cousins has been good this year. Bregman steps up, home run and a single thus far. He's hit pretty well in this series for his first Yankees Red Sox postseason, first postseason as what the hell? Come on. What are we doing? You got to throw over at least once. And then Hamilton is going for 3rd, but Bregman fouls off the fastball. He probably should have laid off of it. And oh my goodness, Bregman hits this deep to center field. Bellinger is not tall enough to get it. It's not going to matter. And the Red Sox are not only going to walk us off for the 2nd consecutive game, but they're going to end this series. Wild Card Series is now 2 games, and we have essentially been swept. With that, the Red Sox will move on to face, it is Baltimore in the American League Divisional Series, one of the 2 American League Divisional Series. And our season is over in very disappointing fashion. We did it without the captain, though, let's be honest, the captain hasn't hit very well in the postseason. I'm not giving him shit. I'm just stating facts. And this is the World Series. The Red Sox would make it all the way to the World Series, and they would face the best team that in baseball, the Philadelphia Phillies, who have run through the Giants
Now
and
batting,
the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers even. And they find themselves here in Game 1. They're tied 4 for a ball game. I'm not going to play any of this, obviously. Runner's going to steal, and they're going to be safe. And why are the Phillies in their City Connects? Maybe they're trying to, I don't know, drum up some good juju. Remember, they do not have a World Series in the last 15 years. We really can't talk. Ours is a year longer than their drought, but we're more used to winning than they are. I'm not talking smack, but anyways, I'm going to try to be objective with this. Kyle Schwarber has been absolutely killing it this postseason. 354 average, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs. As a matter of fact, he won the National League Championship MVP or NL postseason MVP. I forget what they call it at this point. And Schwarber smacks it to short. And Trevor Story will throw it a long way across the bag for the out. In this game 1 of the World Series will be going in extras. Alex Bregman steps up here in the 12th inning because I'm not going to keep feeding him boring, nothing happens type of content. He'll get hit by a pitch and then be replaced by frickin' David Hamilton. God. Yes, he's officially become annoying now. I mean, he's a Red Sox, so of course we don't like him, but fly ball, left center, Marsh chasing it a long way and ends up making the catch up against the wall, but David Hamilton now lives in, you know what, I hate this Red Sox guy just a little bit more kind of territory. Kind of wrong 2 for 5 thus far, and Hamilton, of course, steals. The throw is not going to be there as JT Realmuto just is not going to throw any guys out in his age 36 season. Not like that. You're not Pudge, and you really haven't been much of an arm most of your career, or somebody really the later half of your career, not as a Philly. As it is now a 3-2 count. The AL batting champ steps into the on-deck circle. Actually, he's already been there. It's kind of wrong. 3-2. He's just going to take that slider on the outside. And it is now 2 runners on with 1 away for Jarren Duran. Matt Strom went out there for a 2nd inning. This slider is going to get hit to right center as Marsh makes the catch. Hamilton is going to stay put. He doesn't even bother stepping off the bag or attempting to tag. It's Masataka Yoshida. He doesn't have a hit in the postseason? Did we walk him in our game? I don't know. First strike for a slider. Strom creeping up on 25 pitches. Sinker, low and away, strike number 2. Full count now. Trevor Story in the on-deck circle. Full count, and that fastball had no chance at touching the zone. Bases are going to be loaded. Trevor Story can, in some sense, rewrite his own postseason. No, actually it's Romy Gonzalez, who I had to really, really dig back. This man hasn't played in, how long has it been? Dude, it's been like 6 months. Because he didn't play in the Yankee series. But, hey, I mean, I guess you were warmed up enough. 1-2, ground ball to third. Bomb. Over to second. I'm a little surprised he went to second and not first. Like, Gonzalez is not some speedster. You can loft it over to first. Hamilton will take over second for Bregman. Romy Gonzalez will take over short in exchange for Trevor Story. Bryson Stott, 3 for 3. And sweeper hit up the middle for a base hit, his 4th hit of the ball game. Rare feat in the World Series. As Cutter Slayton finds himself ahead 0-2. Marsh grounded to first. Second, Gonzalez back to first. No, not in time. The back reach, not going to be able to tag the runner. Take a look at the replay. Yeah, nope, not even close. Johan Rojas is going to come in as a pinch runner. And with Kyle Schwarber in front of him, this may not matter unless it's a hit and run. And Schwarber, you know, is about the long ball. Takes a 3rd pitch down below for ball number 3. Trey Turner in the on-deck circle, having a pretty good postseason. And, okay, first strike way upstairs. Of course, you don't want Schwarber to really get underneath one and smash it absolutely deep here in Citizens Bank Park. It's Trey Turner not having a good game. 0 for 4, but has walked. First pitch hit in there, low strike fastball. Rojas and Schwarber at first and second, respectively. 0-1. And Turner smashes this one into left field, and the Phillies are going to walk this one off in the 12th inning with a 3-run homer from Trey Turner. A lot of people have been giving him crap about his contract. He hasn't really been the player that he was in Washington or in LA, the Dodgers that is, but he comes through here in Game 1 of the World Series when it matters most. We'll see who wins this series ultimately, as Yoshida gets a walk-off base hit single in game number 3. As the Red Sox take a game, it is 2-1 in this series. As the Red Sox look to, stretch out this series, let's be honest. But the Phillies will ultimately end up winning the World Series in 5 games. And you know that means it's off-season time. Garrett Cole will return, or should be returning, for pitchers and catchers in February. He has recovered. And we'll touch on the offseason in the next episode.